If politics is truly the people's business, then it's incumbent upon every one of us to participate in the political process. Moreover, as the saying goes, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. As you know, through the Joint Legislative Program, NAA and NMHC advocate before Congress on your behalf every day. But your participation at the table is crucial too. Members of Congress need to hear directly from you. They need to know how many of your company's employees and apartment rental units are in their state or district. They need to know the impact that your business has for their community. And they need to understand how specific legislation will impact you and your business and the apartment industry at large. They must understand that their actions have consequences, whether it's how they plan to vote on housing finance reform, tax reform, Section 8 inspections, or energy efficiency measures. What Congress does impacts you. For business people like you, Congress can sometimes be an intimidating place. It's always busy, people wander the halls, experts are everywhere, but coming to Washington to advocate before members of Congress and their staff is nothing more than making a sales call. In this case, a Capitol Hill sales call. For the next few minutes, we're going to review 5 steps to make your voice heard and impact felt. Steps which will make your time preparing more effective. I've asked some Washington opinion leaders to help me explain these 5 steps and why the voice of business is so important.
Business people are sometimes intimidated when they are meeting with their elected officials. In almost every case, the businessman or woman knows far more than the legislator or staffer they're meeting with. Members of Congress have to know about hundreds of issues that affect their constituents.
You're the expert on your issue. Be specific. Be focused. Most meetings last about 10 minutes. Don't waste time speaking about things that really have no importance.
But don't be offended by the fact that you're going to meet with a 25-year-old staff member in many cases. That person is extremely important to your issue because that person will have the congressman or congresswoman's ear.
So sometimes the staff member is more important than the member. The member will listen to you, put it in his pocket, it'll go through the wash and they'll forget about it. The staff members follow up.
Always know something about the members of Congress you are going to see. Visit their websites, Google their names, review their voting records. Call your association's Washington staff to find out something about them. Treat them like you'd treat one of your biggest customers, because the more you know about them, the more comfortable your meeting will be when you get to DC, and it will pay off big time.
Review the issues you will be discussing on Capitol Hill before you come to Washington. Through the Joint Legislative Program, NAA and NMHC have developed great materials that will make your sales call very effective. Treat this meeting like you treat selling a potential renter on the benefits of your apartment community. Know the details of the product and have your talking points down cold. Ask yourself, what are some objections? Just like a sales call, answer those objections in your mind now, before you get to Washington, so you are ready. You should be prepared to hear no, but don't be afraid of it.
In business, to close a deal, you have to ask for the order. In politics, we call that making the ask.
People need to go in asking for a vote or for a letter of support to an executive branch agency. They have to have a very specific thing, a purpose for the meeting.
Or if it's an issue that may or may not come up sometimes, you just want to register your opinion, make them aware of your perspective on the issue, and then follow up is important. Keep us informed on this.
Don't forget to report the results of your meeting. What was said? What was the reaction? Government relations staff will want to know exactly what was said and if there's any needed follow-up, and it's critical to make sure that you complete the follow-up.
If you can be successful in business, you will be successful in the nation's capital. Remember, think of your time visiting with a member of Congress or their staff as making a sales call. Understand the environment. Know your customer. Be familiar with the product. Ask for the order. Report the results. When you get to Washington in March, NAA and NMHC will carefully review the issues and provide you with the latest updates so you're fully prepared, comfortable, and confident for your meetings. Lastly, now that you know why your presence is vitally needed in Washington, I hope you appreciate how important your voice is, how your investment can make a difference, and also what can unfortunately happen when your voice is silent. So join us at the NAA Capitol Conference and maximize your advocacy ROI.